Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, The Mind Club, a creation by Daniel M. Wegner and Kurt Gray. The Mind Club, 2016, explores how we decide if beings possess a mind and how this impacts our moral assessments. It delves into the essence of a mind and why we perceive minds as we do. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Daniel M. Wegner, a respected psychologist and author of The Illusion of Conscious Will, was honored with the 2011 Distinguished Scientific Contribution Award by the American Psychological Association. One of Wegner's former students, Kurt Gray, also a psychologist, has penned numerous essays, including The Myth of the Harmless Wrong for the New York Times. With 5 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book on StoryPlanet.net. To start, the text discusses the concept of exploring the mind and what it entails. The text discusses the concept of attributing minds to others and how we determine if they possess consciousness. It raises questions about recognizing consciousness in various beings such as animals, unborn children, and even inanimate objects like computers. The reading also touches on scenarios where individuals perceive others as mindless, leading to unusual outcomes like hitting a CEO without repercussions. Additionally, it delves into parallels between the minds of God and artificial intelligence like Google. A case study where sleep lab results helped acquit someone of murder is also highlighted in the text. Key idea number 1: minds are defined by 2 traits, and they do not all act similarly. The Mind Club is a group of creatures with mental characteristics based on agency and ability to experience emotions. Beings like robots and CEOs are attributed a mind if they possess these traits. Individuals in the club can be characterized as thinking doers or vulnerable feelers based on the relative strength of agency and experience. CEOs are considered thinking doers, while vulnerable feelers, like babies, primarily rely on emotions. This categorization is not fixed, as circumstances can change one's classification. Key idea number 2: moral rights and responsibilities are evaluated based on an individual's perceived mindset. Morality involves 2 parties: the moral agent who performs an action and the moral patient who receives it, known as dyadic completion. How we judge moral acts is influenced by the mind of the doer and receiver. Perception of conscious action affects moral responsibility. Vulnerable beings are often seen as moral patients due to a lack of perceived agency. The mindset of the actor impacts moral judgment. A deniable existence of the patient's mind is used to justify inherently immoral acts. Key idea number 3: people may alleviate guilt for hurting others by convincing themselves that some individuals lack thoughts or emotions. Dehumanization is a psychological process where individuals deny the humanity of others to justify mistreatment, easing guilt, and numbing themselves to the pain inflicted. It can occur through animalization and mechanization, stripping the target of agency or emotions. Examples from history include colonial Europeans labeling African natives as savages, and US propaganda portraying the Japanese as relentless machines. Key idea number 4: uncertainty exists regarding intent behind events, but choosing to assume intent can offer benefits. The text discusses the concept of intentionality in human actions, illustrating it with the case of Kenneth Parks, who killed his mother-in-law while sleepwalking. It highlights the difficulty of determining if actions are intentional or not, and how assuming intentionality in others can aid survival. The text also touches on the tendency to perceive agency everywhere, the potential for paranoid delusions, and the moral implications of denying agency in others. It concludes by questioning the existence of minds that are only perceived by some individuals. Key idea number 5: disagreements may arise regarding whether individuals possess a mind, but ultimately it is our perception that determines this. The text discusses the concept of crypto-minds, beings like God, animals, robots, and unconscious individuals whose minds are questioned by some. It presents a spectrum of crypto-minds, from powerful thinkers like God and Google to vulnerable feelers like a baby mouse. The text references the Turing test to determine whether a machine has a mind and highlights that perception plays a key role in defining what has a mind, as proposed by Alan Turing. Ultimately, the only mind we can be certain of is our own, making the Mind Club exclusive. In conclusion, the book discusses how we perceive the minds of others based on agency and ability to experience, leading to differing opinions about whether someone has a mind. Our judgments can significantly impact people's lives. Further reading suggestion, Mindwise by Nicholas Epley, which delves into our ability to understand others' minds and common mistakes in mind reading. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.